Hello everyone and welcome back. So in today's session, we will be doing a quick revision of the topic subject-verb agreement. So what is it exactly? It is exactly, by subject-verb agreement, we mean that the subject and the verb should have a perfect combination, right? Subject of the sentence must agree with the verb, right? And the verb and the same thing, verb must agree with the subject, right? So here we first learn that the subject and the verb must be of same number, right? That means the verb must agree with the subject in number. If the subject is singular number, subject is in singular number, the verb should also be in singular number, right? And if the verb is if the subject is in plural number, the verb should also be in plural number. See this example, the girl sings sweetly, and in the next sentence, the girls sing sweetly. So here, since the subject is in singular number, the verb is also in singular number. And in the second sentence, the subject is plural number and therefore the verb is also in plural number. So I hope this rule is clear to everyone. So once again, let me repeat. If the subject is in singular number, the verb should also be in singular number. And if the subject is in plural number, the verb should also be in plural number. So this is what the first rule says. Second rule says that the subject and the verb, there should be a perfect match between the subject and the verb as far as the person is concerned. That means the verb must agree with the subject in person, right? Let us see this through this example. Here in these sentences, we see that the subject is matching with the verb. That is, the verb is in agreement with the subject. I am playing, right? Then second person, you are playing. We are not saying you am playing or you is playing. Fine. Then third person singular number, he or she is playing. We are not using are playing, he are playing or she are playing. That would be wrong. Why? Because the subject will not agree with the verb, right? Then they are playing, again third person plural number, they are playing. If we say they is playing or they am playing, that would be wrong. Why? Because the verb will not agree with the subject. So basically there should be a correct combination between the subject and the verb. In the next rule, we read that if a sentence begins with there, right? So in that case, the subject is placed later on, but the verb must agree with the subject. So here in this sentence, there is no child in the room. So child is the subject which agrees with this verb, right? So since child is singular number, the verb used is also singular number. Similarly, in the second sentence, the sentence begins with there. Fine. And the subject is here. The word children is the subject, which is plural in number. And since the subject is plural number, the verb is also plural in number. Therefore, the sentence is, there are no children in the class. So I hope this rule is also very clear to everyone. If a sentence begins with there, the subject is placed later on, but it must agree with, the verb must agree with the subject. Further, the next rule says, if two subjects are joined with and, in that case, the verb used is always plural in number, right? So, Ram and Mohan, obviously it becomes plural number, and therefore the verb used is plural. Fine. So, the sentence goes as Ram and Mohan are friends. We'll not say Ram and Mohan is friends. That would be wrong. Why? Because when we join two subjects together with the word and, it becomes plural number, and therefore the verb used is also plural in number. The next rule says if we find with or as well as, in that case the verb agrees with the first of them, right? If two subjects are joined with the words with or as well as, in that case the verb agrees with the first of those two subjects. For example, they as well as I are tired of the work. Why are we using are? Because it's agreeing with the first subject. Fine. So I hope this much is clear to everyone. Now let's look at the next few rules. When two or more subjects are joined by the words either or neither nor, in that case the verb agrees with the latter subject. Latter subject means the subject which is placed later. Okay. So where if we find two subjects or more than two subjects joined by the words either or neither nor, in that case the verb agrees with the latter subject. Fine. That is the subject which is placed later. For example, neither you nor I am wrong. So why are we using am here? Why are we using the verb am? Because it is agreeing with the latter subject, that is I. I hope this rule is clear. Further, we read that each, either, neither, everyone, one of the, if we find such words with these words, the verb used, the verb supplied is always singular in number, right? Similarly, the words much, a little, they always take singular verb, right? We never use a plural verb with these words like much or a little. And then finally, we read the rule that many, a few, several, both, all these take plural verb, right? Because they indicate plural numbers. So I hope all the rules are now clear to everyone. And in the next session, we'll meet again with a new topic. Thank you so much.